This is the day you've been waiting for. The day when your ex starts to wonder if they made a mistake, or the day they realize they actually did make a mistake in breaking up with you. So, what happens when your ex finally breaks? Well, stay tuned and you'll find out. But first, hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back or to get over your ex. And welcome back, my beautiful no contact army. How are you enjoying my app Silencio that helps you stay in no contact? If you could leave a review in either the App Store or the Google Play Store, I would really appreciate it. And if you too would like to join our no contact army, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, and you're in. And to read our manual, go to nocontactsecrets.com, where you can read 2 free chapters before you purchase the book. Okay, so by doing all the things right post breakup, the day when your ex breaks will come sooner rather than later. And we're going to talk about Newton's first law of motion. Didn't think we'd be talking about physics today, did you? And it can actually be applied to this situation, believe it or not. And the first law of motion is that an object at rest will remain at rest, and an object in motion will remain in motion at a constant velocity unless acted upon by an external force. So what does this have to do with you? Well, while your ex is away from you, they're not moving towards you. They're in a state of rest when it comes to the breakup, meaning they're not moving forward in the relationship because they ended it, right? So an external force needs to change their state from one of rest to one of motion, one of moving towards you. That's why it's important that you stay in no contact where you appear to be at rest, but by appearing to be at rest, this will actually cause them to move towards you. And this can be because you haven't contacted them and they started to miss you, or they see you either leveling up or moving on with your life on social media, or you use my famous 2-drink trick and they became jealous, etc. There's many reasons why an ex starts to doubt their decision, as I've discussed in many other videos. So your ex finally breaks. The first thing they will actually do is try to stick to their decision, try to stick to the breakup, because people hate to change their minds once they've made a decision, especially on something so important such as breaking up with someone, basically removing someone from your life. That's a major life decision in many cases. They don't want to look unstable or weak. And if they have any doubt at all, they're going to try to stick to their decision. They'll also be afraid that you'll reject them. So that's where the breadcrumbing comes in, and they may try to give you a hint. They may try to get you to reach out to them, and they do this by watching your stories, liking your posts, leaving comments, asking family or friends about you, showing up where you are, looking at you but not talking to you. So many ways. And once you do start talking, because they did say something significant, they may ask if you're seeing someone. You know, the usual, so you seen anybody question, which everyone tries to ask that in a casual manner, but we know it's not a casual question. And if you ask why, their answer will probably be, oh, I'm just curious. Yeah, sure you are. So if you want them back and you are seeing someone, you can say that, yeah, you're dating, but you're not seeing anyone exclusively. Or you can say that you're not dating at the moment, meaning that you could be dating at another moment, but in this moment, you're not dating. And that way they'll think, oh, if they don't hurry up and do something, the window of opportunity may pass. Or they may try to get you to bring up the topic, so it'll seem like you talk them into coming back. But remember, it's not your job to pick up the ball. They dropped the ball and they need to pick it up. And in fact, one of my clients is going through this right now. Her husband wanted a divorce. And since she began working with me, we've managed to turn things around. And now he's having second thoughts. But he will not come out and say it. But I've instructed her not to say anything, especially because he's being hot and cold. He's the one that initiated the divorce over really nothing. So he needs to be the one to realize he's making a big mistake. He needs to at least make the first move, as does your ex. So don't try to do the work for them because it may backfire if they're not quite there. They at least need to say something like, "What would you say if I told you I was thinking about changing my mind about the breakup?" And your response can be, interesting. Why would you change your mind? You don't just jump and go, "Sure, yes, let's get back together." So you're not quite rejecting them if you answer that way, but you're also not opening the door and welcoming them back in with open arms. And one of the reasons for this is because I don't want them to think that they can just break up with you anytime and you'll easily take them back. It's about self-respect. I want them to learn that if they break up with you, they're going to have to put the work to get you back. And by the way, if you're finding this helpful, if you could give this video a like so that we help our friend, the YouTube algorithm, to recommend it to other people. Thank you. So it's not enough that you just start talking, then all of a sudden start seeing each other and you get back together. No, no, no. That is the wrong way to get back together. There have to be consequences for breaking up with you. That's how you show that you have self-respect. You don't just take them back. You have to ask the famous 6 questions that I always talk about, and I will link that video in the upper right-hand corner on YouTube. And if they give great answers to the 6 questions and not just surface level fluff stuff, then you know that they're for real and you can get back together. But I strongly urge you to discuss the issue or issues which led to the breakup in the first place. Don't just sweep things under the rug because you're so happy to be back together, because the issue or issues are not going to go away on their own. Okay? And finally, before I end, I have a short comment from someone who did hear from their ex when their ex broke. And they said, "Last night my ex called and messaged me about someone contacting them about a purchase I made. This is because my account was still linked to her number from years ago when we were together. Since the purchase was important, I just replied with, 'Thanks.' She messaged again. I didn't respond. A few hours later, she asked if we could meet for fries and pizza." Do those 2 things go together? Fries and pizza? Oh well. I didn't reply. And then she sent another message saying, "Well, it seemed I wasn't interested." I didn't reply to that either. Okay, so he or she needed to reply. At some point, you have to reply if you want your ex back. They're putting in effort. They're putting in escalation. They're proving that they have been broken down by you doing no contact. So yes, in this case, you respond, you go for pizza and fries, okay, and see what they have to say and go from there, okay? So now I want to hear from you. How long have you been in no contact and how's it going? And in the meantime, if you would like my help to get your ex back, contact me at theartoflove.net and we will send you the rates. They are not on the page, and if you don't hear from us within 24 hours, then send another email, preferably from another email address, because maybe our email went to your spam or it just disappeared in thin air. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening to this as a podcast, please rate and review. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.